slip once again, you guys. Now, I did slip, man. I slipped once again into something old that I thought I've broken, that I thought was never gonna pull me back in ever again. You know, and no, I am not proud of it at all. I'm not proud of what I've done, and I'm not proud of, you know, the decision I felt I should make. You know, but I am proud of myself for getting through it and overcoming what I didn't think I was gonna overcome. You know, still being able to do certain things that, you know, I thought I wouldn't be able to do because of it. I pushed through still. So I can feel good about that. But the thing I am very much disappointed in is the fact that it even arose. So, where should I start? I guess I'll start here. You know, it's crazy how certain things can lead to other things, but you don't know it because in the moment that it's going on, you don't feel like it's going to lead you there. But as time goes on, things grow and grow and grow more in your mind to where it leads up to other things. You know, I had a problem with the porn shit. I still have problems with looking at it sometimes. I might have looked at it here and there, and before I know it, you know, it's all over and I'm not thinking about it no more. And, you know, from that point on, I still didn't think that it was pulling me towards something. You know what I'm saying? But I think as time went on, you know, I stopped fucking with those apps. I stopped fucking with the hookup apps. You know what I'm saying? There was an app that I did, for some reason, I always check the mailbox to see what it looked like, because and even me doing it never really pulled me into anything, like, right? So I'm thinking it's innocent, it's just funny to look at, right? It's just like, oh, what are you talking about? Oh, no, I don't worry about it. You know, I'm able to brush it out, right? It's cool. So I'm not thinking anything of it. You know, so here comes a time where my phone breaks, my screen's broken, and I need another phone. I had to use my other old phone that I had to replace the service, or to put the service on. You know, that phone had an app on it that I deleted a while back, because that app is usually the app that I usually get pulled into. And what I notice about that app is that app has there is something called, there's a spirit that can latch on to you from that app. You know, and when you jump on that app, it's like there's something that comes over your mind as well, that I started to notice, like every single time that I fall into this shit, there's something from this app that always seems to do something here. And so, you know, when I seen the app on that phone, I didn't think much of it. I was just thinking, oh, well, I'm finna take it off anyways. But then here comes that curiosity. Here comes that mind, like, I wonder who on. You just see, like, like I'm just gonna delete it anyway. I'm just looking, thinking that you're just looking to see. And while you look, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you see. And you think that, okay, well, I'm finna stop, get this off my shit, boom. But not realizing that you have planted something in your mind from that website, right? Then before you know it, maybe a week later passes by, and you like, fuck, let me just pop here one more time, see it. Before you know it, you saw it again. Then before you know it, you're going back to it one more time, way faster than you did the last time. And it's like that continuous thing, it just continues, right? And before you know it, you looking a little harder on there. Now you watching and trying to see what's up. And before you know it, somebody might hit you that's talking about a certain thing. And you know this is something that you should just like step off of. But for some reason in this moment, dog, I'm looking at this message and I'm like, my mind it's a fog. Something has really grabbed my mind. I feel that thing. I'm like, what is that? But I feel that thing. And it's urging a side of me to want to just give into this message. You know, it's urging a side of me to want to give into this message. You know, thinking like, it ain't nothing. Like, even if it did, not like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you already been not doing that for so long. It's not like you really hurting nothing. You ain't, it's just one time. You know how long you been stopped? There's something in it. It's like, now, I don't know if that mind control shit is real, but I know that people talk about it, and in no sense, I kind of do believe it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know it does manipulate your, and actually, you know, magnifies the thoughts you already having, like, you know, and it's almost like the shit was starting to get bigger in my mind, and I already was thinking, I can't believe we're finna do this, because it's something that was kind of like making me feel like I couldn't stop moving forward with this shit. It ain't gonna lie, y'all, I was kind of, in that moment, I didn't want to do it, but in that moment, I wanted to do it. That's what's so crazy about it, dog. That fight was, I couldn't even really put up a fight. I don't know why I couldn't put up this fight, dog. I couldn't, and it was horrible. I wound up doing something, inviting somebody, you know, and it wasn't just, it was the one that got me started, and it was the one I ended with. And as a while, I just started to sense things about the person that was the last person that ended up with. That person was actually somebody I knew before. When I seen him, I said, I knew this person before. You know what I'm saying? This person has, you know, left me on red before, you know, and it was kind of strange that they said something this time. But I remember them. I used to kick it with them back in those days, and you know, we was kind of cool at some point. And something in my mind wanted to allow that to let me say fuck it and let this person come over, because I was like, well, that person hasn't been around. You know, that person hasn't been around for, you know, a while. So, you know, it's not like I've really experienced that person do me real bad or something for some reason. But it didn't matter, because the person came over, and you know, I started to notice things. One thing I noticed is when they first came over, they got dropped off. The Uber driver dropped them off right that way, down next door. And then when they got out, they was talking to the neighbors. The neighbors talking to them. You know what I'm saying? Talk about some shit. You know they talking about me. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, that was the red flag I know I seen. But in that moment, in that space of me being high and things and inebriated, I just, like, something said to go on through it. Just fly with this shit right now. I don't know why. I'm like, why would I need to do this though? You know what I'm saying? I almost left the person on the porch. They came by, and I'm like, then I finally just came to and just opened the door, man. I didn't really, like, why did I do that, right? You know, in that moment, I was almost like I just needed to go through the whole situation. It's too late now. Let's just go through it. I don't know why I'd be doing this, but in some way, shape, or form, every time these type of things happen, it's almost like a deeper meaning for me to go through these things. So, you know, as the person was here, I started hearing the person talk about all this, talk about all that. You know what I'm saying? Saying things, keywords and shit that I'm like, okay. Saying things that, you know, I could recognize, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of shit the motherfucker was talking about, but I can't remember everything verbatim, but I noticed some things. You know, I'm sure, you know, when I'm by myself, I can remember all these things, but in the moment of me making this video, some things just tend to block out my mind, you know what I'm saying? But I know what it is I was hearing. And, you know, this person that act the worstest, but, you know, you can sense something on them and something about them, and you like, all right. After a while, it was like, you know, all right, let me just go ahead and get this person up out of here. And I made it easy for them to want to leave. I said, you know what, look, take the rest of this stuff in this thing here, boom. And you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, and you can have the rest of this, but I might need you to go and burn out. You know what I'm saying, my brother might be here later and all that, and I just need to, you know what I'm saying, and I was just trying to hurry up and get it done and get them on out of here. Like, nah, we good now. I'm saying, I don't even want to do this no more. You know, but after that, I noticed, like, I'm like, damn, yeah. In a way, it's like this, dog. When that person left, it's almost like, while you going through this, the world, it's like you have become a jumbotron that the world is able to see, or most of the world is able to see, and it's almost like everybody get to see what's up with you while you in this state and while you like this, right? Shit kind of like trips. It's tripped out because you notice and like, damn, my life has been broadcasted right now. I know it's being broadcasted. I'm in the storm. I'm in the storm. I'm in the storm. I'm in the storm. I know it. You can feel it, dog. I get on Facebook, all these posts coming up. And don't get me wrong, it was a lot of posts, but it wasn't like a whole bunch of bad posts. It was a lot of things that was like kind of motivating, speaking certain things over certain things that I was just experiencing. It was certain things that was kind of hard truths that kind of made me feel like, okay, yeah, it hurt, but I need to feel the pain. I need to understand that. I need to go through that. You know, it was some things that just was nonsense. I'm like, bitch, you saying some shit, but cause people will say some shit and they want you to latch on to everything that they saying. When one part of what you saying is true, but then this other part, you ain't finna make me believe this other part. See, that's a mind trick that people do. They want you to agree to everything that they're saying. Like, okay, they're gonna say something that's true, right? Then it's gonna be some parts that you like, nah, but that ain't me. But if you're not careful, you might just go along with the whole part because you believe this first part. You might think the whole part is true, and you're like, no, that's not it. Like, yeah, maybe this, but when you go into this, and this, that's not it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta be careful when you're looking at that shit, dog, because it will try to fuck with your mind, dog. And so I had all that shit going on. Not to mention, I'm like, dog, I got work in 2 days, so I have 2 days to kind of shaping up before I have to go to work, right? You know, and you know, by the time that day came, and not to mention, dog, next door neighbors, these motherfuckers playing music all night. You know, they coked up out of their mind. These motherfuckers was up all night till like 12 o'clock in the morning, bro, still playing music. When I look out the door, these motherfuckers still dancing and shit. Little Spanish chick. I was like, you out there still? Look, what the fuck you dancing? Why are you dancing? You was here all night. Since 12 last night. Why are you still dancing? And I was like, nah, these people crazy. And it almost seemed like they was celebrating me being in this state, celebrating all this shit that was going on with me. They was thinking like, oh yeah, it's over for you. And I'm like, yeah, motherfucker. It just seemed like that's how they was looking at it, right? And I'm like, all right, whatever, man. So, you know, the last day before I had to go to work, and that was the day I had to go to work. They did that the night of, but when I had to go to work the next day. And so yeah, all right. So I had these days to get over some shit, and I finally did. And you know, by the time work came, I wasn't fully all the way myself yet. I still wasn't fully together. I still felt a little something in my head. I still felt a little way about things, and I'm like, you know what, God, you know, this is the only thing I can do is ask you to give me the strength to, you know, get through this day, you know what I'm saying, still come through. And even though most of the world might be looking at me crazy, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like that at work when I get there. People gonna be acting funny. Some people gonna be looking at me crazy. You know, a lot of people ain't gonna fuck with me. I ain't gonna really make no money. It's just gonna be one of those days that I gotta suffer, right? And that's what I was thinking. You know, I was kind of thinking that. And as I get there, you know, I finally get there, finally get to the little tunnel where we go to get our badges and shit. And, you know, I see a lot of people lined up for this little Christmas dinner that they got down there, this Christmas lunch or whatever. And I ain't bothered to eat none of it. I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna fucking, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna go ahead, go in. But as I was going in, I see a couple of my co-workers, the ones that work with me, and they're like, hey, Black, what's up? You know, my last name is Black. And they're like, hey, Black, what's up, bro? And you know what I'm saying? And I believe they were just forcing themselves to say what's up to me because they want me to just, I don't know, I guess they thought me coming up to them, I would be looking a certain way. I didn't come up there with no attitude of looking like I'm sad, depressed. I didn't talk to people much. I didn't give them all of me like I would, but I wasn't fucked up. I wasn't trying to feel fucked up about it because I had a mission to prove, and I feel like, you know, in this situation, I believe God uses these situations to prove to people that you're not gonna humiliation ritual this person like you think you want to, because basically I was just walking into a humiliation ritual. I was just walking into a humiliation ritual. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I kind of felt it was gonna be a humiliation ritual for me, and so when I got there, you know what I'm saying, the thing is, I had to be a person that these people couldn't humiliate like they wanted to. Maybe I felt a little something here and there, but I always shook it off, right? You know what I'm saying? And then when I go into the thing, you hear one of the co-workers trying to talk about, for one, the co-workers are acting different, of course. You know that they're going to act different after this, especially after the world sees something like you doing, something like you was doing, and put it on blast. Everybody going to act some sort of way towards you. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying nobody don't have a heart, but, most time people ain't going to act the way they would act with you beforehand, right? So I started noticing that. I started noticing one of the co-workers talking about, yeah, you need to know who your real friends is. Like, nigga, I know who my real friends is. I don't have none, nigga. That's the point. I don't have no real friends. Shut your ass up, nigga. I ain't tell him all that. I'm like, nigga, what you talking about, man? You know what I'm saying? Even though I know what he talking about. But he talking about, yeah, you need to learn who your real friends is. Like, bitch, I'm like, why I need to listen to your ass? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you done had some shit happen with you, you know what I'm saying? And you wasn't here for a while, nigga, but you came back, nigga. And ain't nobody throwing nothing in your face about you fucking up somebody van, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody do that to your ass. I definitely didn't do that to your ass, but yeah, you had to come do that to me, though. It's all good. But, and it seems like it's raining, but anyways, yeah, so I'm like, nigga, whatever, dog. People can't just tell me some shit and I'm just gonna follow it. Like, the thing is, people be thinking that they can say some of these little slick things and you just supposed to care. Like, I don't care about what you said, nigga. You was not in my shoes. You don't know what I'm facing. You ain't never been here in your life. You ain't no way I'm gonna let you make me feel like that. So I'm like, nah, brush that nigga. I ain't worried about it, dog. So before I know, man, I'm just getting myself ready. I'm just getting myself ready. Like, okay, let's get ready, man. For these 150, 70,000 people start walking up in here. I don't know how many people. I think it'd be like 30,000 upstairs where we be at. So, but before all these thousands of people come in here and see you, boy, I'm like, fuck it, let me get myself ready. You know what I'm saying? I got all my beer full of ice, 60 something beers or something. Threw them all over my head. Walked down the motherfucking hallway with that bitch and got to my spot. Just was waiting on things to happen. I got to my spot by the door. Them other three niggas made it to that door first, so I couldn't be right there. I had to be on the other side of the door, so I wouldn't be. It can't be more than 3 people at the door. Is what they tell us a lot of times, so we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I go a little bit to my side. One of the co-workers come over here towards me, talking about, hey, good luck, bro. You know what? And I know why he was saying good luck, because basically he like, nigga, you finna going through some shit. He already know it. You know what I'm saying? He doing good luck, bro. I'm like, yeah, nigga, that's all I can do is work. Well, I can't even speak. I said, that's all I can do is hope for good luck. Shit. He like that, but you know what I mean? Because you right by Ed by the corner. You know what I'm saying? He trying to make. See, this is the thing. This is what they do. They try to make whatever the situation that they talking about seem like it's something else, and then he talking about, yeah, because Ed right there, Ed gonna get all the people coming out this little corner, that's where I usually like to be at. Which, in a sense, yes, that is true. In a sense, it is true, because Ed is one of the dudes. He's one of the dudes that just he's a live wire. He has so much character when he's out there that people just cannot miss him. Big ass dude, and everybody gonna motherfucking everybody gonna pay attention to him. So like, he usually get more sales than a lot of people anyway. But it don't matter where you put Ed. Even if he was on the side where you was, I think he would still take the people from you that you wanted. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't tripping about that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because one, I already know this cat gets on this shit and he be doing the damn thing, and he's talented in a way to where he gets a lot of sales like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, the nigga got that energy, you know what I mean? Like, everybody ain't born with that energy, you know what I'm saying? I ain't sitting here trying to compare myself like that. And so I just do what I can anyways. And right now, this is a day where I know all I can do is what I can. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we are friends to be experiencing for right now, is what I think. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, nigga, and I know what you're talking about, but it's okay. All right, you know what I'm saying? You said that, like, hey, we'll see. So when people started to come in, yes, I did notice a lot of people coming in, looking at me. They smiling, looking at me like, looking at me like, you know, I seen that. Then I seen people just coming to me buying beer from me. And I'm like, I'm surprised y'all came. I thought this wasn't going to happen. But, you know, it could have been, you know, I don't know, the system making it happen. But I don't know. But one thing I didn't notice when shit was going on, when work started to really start, I started to get into my fuck it zone. We going to do what we got to do. Whether they like it or not. We gonna just do what the fuck we gotta do. And I made sure I did what the fuck I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers was coming to me. Motherfuckers that I didn't even know was gonna come to me came to me. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people knew that they knew this about me. They knew what was going on. They knew this was supposed to be a humiliation ritual. But I believe a lot of people started to see me like just do me and still do me and not give a fuck. A lot of people started to, I think there were some people who actually was inspired, like, damn, you still doing your thing, huh? It was an old dude that come by, and he always buy beer from me. He always like, I think he know about, everybody be knowing about me. But he's like, man, what's up, man? I finally did see you, man. You look, come upstairs, I'm gonna buy some more. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you know what I'm saying? But he wanted to buy some more beer from me, but you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. I said, so I guess it's not gonna be as horrible as I was kind of making it feel, because it would have been, it could have been, depending on how I would have allowed things around me to affect me. You know what I'm saying? It would have been that way. But the thing is, I changed what it was going to be in that moment. I changed what I felt like it was going to be for me. And then people started to look like, damn, okay, well, he's still doing his thing. And then one thing I noticed it was some girls over there. One girl was looking at me evil, but she was mad. It's like she had this little ugly look at me down from like, what the fuck the bitch looking at? You know what I'm saying? But she looking at me, and I'm pretty sure she just looking at me like, just horrified that I'm still not suffering like they want me to. See, it was people that wanted me to suffer, that really wanted me to suffer hard. And the thing about it is, they was getting mad because I wasn't suffering like they thought I would, or they wanted me to. You know, they don't understand, dog. Half the shit I've been through, you wouldn't know it because it don't show. I've been through so much. I've been through a lot of humiliation rituals. A bunch of them, man. And I could literally sit here and say I am one of the MVPs of humiliation rituals in this world. I could really confidently sit here and tell you I am one of the MVPs when it comes to this humiliation ritual on this world. I really don't know who. I really haven't seen nobody who really been humiliated as much as me, who's been on the humiliation jumbotron screen of the world as much as me. I've been there so many times, bro, and I know I was there. I know I'm there. Because everywhere you go, you see people watching you. They know something about you. You know they know. You know they know. And it's all to humiliate you. So every time I've had these storms, I've had them so many times, and it's almost like God letting me know, like, go and show them what it is, in a way. I didn't want to, look, I'm going to tell you like this. I don't be knowing if these things are supposed to happen, dog. I don't. But I hate that it feels like it is. And I hate that, and if it is, I don't like that either. But you know, I don't know if God is trying to use me for something when it comes to that, dog. But I hope this was the last, and I'm believing this is the last time that's ever going to happen, because it is the last of the year. And to me, I feel a symbolism of this being your last time. You have to deal with that. In a way, I do feel like that. I don't want to have to deal with this shit no more, bro. I like, right now, like, look, porn is best. That is not coming up. I'm not fucking with that. I'm not fucking with porn no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's always a string poking out some fucking cloth, and if you pull on it and keep pulling, you're gonna pull all that shit out for you know. And I think that's what I was doing, even allowing myself to let porn come in here and there. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what I was doing. I was pulling this yarn before I know I pulled it all. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's like, once I started to get through this day, man, I started to realize, like, damn, God did do something different with you, bro. He really did something different with you, bro. Like, It's something different with me. I don't know if most people is dealing with my problems, my struggles. I don't know if if they are dealing with it, I don't know if they are dealing with it to the extent of what I deal with it to. You know, because when I deal with it, it feels like everybody and their mama know about it. And everybody and their mama got something to say about it. I see it on Facebook. My little niece said something on Facebook to my brother when I was doing it. She was telling my brother, she like, Daddy, I'm scared for real. And he was like something about, don't worry, it's just these crazy people or something. I don't know. You know, but it all came in the fashion of when I was doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so I know people be knowing shit. I know, man, you think I don't know my brother done be knowing some shit be going on? You think I don't know that? I know that. And I've been knowing that. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, it usually when I really see things with them, is when I'm going through these things, when I see things with them. You know what I'm saying? Before then, they cooling, they chilling, but before then, I see some shit pop up out the blue. And it's okay, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, I know, you know what I'm saying? These people have gotten to everybody I know they have. You know, and the thing is how can you go against it in a way almost? It's what I think when I think about these people or my peoples and how they know about this shit. It's almost like they almost feel like they can't go against it. And only reason why I even think that I have any way of going against it is because of all the things that I've been through and came out of. It's like God has been able to hold me down. So I guess I've grown of muscle to believe that I can get through this shit and not, you know, and go against this shit. It's like I guess I have a muscle in my mind built there from all of this shit. Nobody else has. You know what I'm saying? So, in a way, I don't want to just be so hard on looking at them and blaming them so bad. But like I say, man, all this stuff really does is just show me like, damn, bro, you really got to get away from everybody anyway. It's like, you got to. You gonna have to, dog. Like, you can stick around maybe you stick around as much as you need for right now, but you got to get the fuck away from everybody. And that's just everybody, dog. Yeah, you know, I'm not too mad about it. I've always been cool with being by myself anyways. It's not hard for me to do it. You know what I'm saying? I just know that when I do it, I must not. I should not allow things to close me off to everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not so paranoid like that to where I'm scared of any and everybody coming around or me being around. I'm not scared of that shit. I ain't scared to be around nobody. I just can't stay around you forever. You know what I'm saying? I just know there's a time limit that I have to be around you, and I will use it at the time that it needs to be until I find those real ones that really go through what I go through. Everybody don't go through what I go through, dog. Everybody don't know this pain, don't know this struggle, this side of this walk in fire. People don't know this, you know. And yes, you hear a lot of people probably saying, well, you know, you did do it, you walked. Yes, I did. And look, you ain't got to tell me that. Hey, I already felt bad about it, you know what I'm saying? I just believe I know why it happens. You know what I'm saying? And I still can't take the blame from I did it, I didn't do it, I did it. Yes, it happened. And I'm finna make so many adjustments to where it's not gonna happen next year. 2026, this ain't going down 2026. You was not about to see this in 2026. I guarantee you that. And I believe this whole situation in the whole grand scheme of things was meant to unlock something new in my mind, because I believe there is something new locked in my mind now. You know, and I just believe sometimes there's a certain fire you have to feel to get your mind adjusted, to burn certain things off of you. And I don't know, I guess this is just the way God has planted things, you know, which in a way still hurts me to know that but I guess he just knows that I'm strong enough to deal with it. Obviously I am, because I've dealt with it so many times. I've come out that fire. I've shot through the storm. You know, so I know that he knows that, because he's been proving it through me living and lasting this long through it, right? But I just hate that I have to hurt so bad, and that I just hate that I was unfortunate to be snatched and encased into a body, into a vehicle that has this many flaws. You know, some would say that I chose this. Some would say I chose this life in the spiritual realm because I know that I can handle this. Most people couldn't. Some would say that. I don't know if that's true. I mean, me as this person would be like, why would I want to be that? You know what I'm saying? But who knows what my higher self is like? My real true self, my real spiritual body self. Who knows how strong that person is? I'm just encapsulated into this vessel on this earth, on this 3D plane. And I've been encapsulated into a vessel that has plenty flaws. That has flaws like a mug. And weirdly, those flaws break things off of me. Because as you know, bro, it's ways of me thinking that I never thought that I would stop thinking like. And now I don't think like it. And I'm like very, very, very like surprised, like, damn, I really stopped thinking like that. I really stopped being like that, bro. Like, even though I fell back into this, bro, you know how I've been stopping. I ain't been doing this. And guess what? It ain't finna happen no more from here on now, bro. I don't believe this is gonna happen no more. But I do believe God do use his people. He do use his people to show the devil other than what he, like, because what the devil wanted me to do was just be destroyed from this. The devil wanted me to be destroyed. The evil forces wanted me to be destroyed from this shit. But God used it as a training method to show, hey, look what all your training did. Show these motherfuckers what it is. And that's kind of like what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of how I see it, how I'm starting to feel like with it. But I don't ever want to go through this no more. And I do believe from this being towards the end of the year, before the new year starts, I believe this is the end. This is a symbolistic message that this is your end from this. You're not supposed to do this. And I guarantee you won't see this happen next year. You ain't gonna see this. Because I'm already thinking about different things, dog. Ever since I had that shit happen, I have not been able to wanna, you know, release any type of sexual energy, no kind of where. It's been like 6 days now already. I ain't released no energy, and I'm trying to keep that shit going because I want my head to be as clear as possible. And I believe, from what I hear, that is one thing that can take your mind there. And so with my mind being there, I'm going to try. I'm going to use this as the beginning point. This is just resetting me to want to do this again. Very much resetting me to where I feel like, yeah, let's try this thing. Let's try this thing. Let's see how far we can go. You know what I'm saying? And you know, with that type of mind, if I can have that type of mind, that clear mind, you know, that mind is able to receive and understand things much better too as well, it's going to take me far. So we're going to see where this takes me, dog. I hate that I had to be one of the slow ones that God built. But at the same time, maybe one of the strongest ones as well. So it's all good, man. I just wanted to shoot that at y'all. I just wanted to vent, let this off of me, get this up off me, let y'all understand what I'm going through, how I have to deal with it, in hopes of inspiring you all to stay strong, man. No matter what you're going through, stay strong. Keep your mind on God and keep your mind on yourself, man. And don't worry about people outside of you, because the only people that you've only really been able to truly trust is yourself. You know, the only person you've truly be trusted. Yeah, you see, as you can see, my mind be doing that thing. It's like some little glitchy thing that happens when I'm talking, y'all. So, you know, please try to understand when I had these problems. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at them too bad, man. But yeah, the only person you was able to truly trust, that you really realize, like, damn, when nobody else is here, when nobody else can help me, I've always been that person. And you gotta love yourself for that. you know, I be having plenty of conversations with myself, dog. I be really picking myself. I be hugging my damn self, dog. Like, it almost feels like it's another me here. When I'm here by myself, just quiet, I just be reflecting, you know what I'm saying, talking about this, and my other self be telling me, but you know this. He be pulling me out that fire. He pulled me out of the mud, dog. And so, like, I'm okay with being with me now because I don't feel alone, because I feel like I am with a person, and that's myself. Maybe it's my higher self, I guess. You know, but it makes me feel good to know that somebody that I can trust is around me. And it might sound crazy because you are alone, but when you can grow that relationship with yourself, you definitely are not. And then, especially if you know God is with you as well. So then you got not just yourself, but you got God. And that's 3 people if you're thinking about it. If it looks like 2, maybe it's 3. So it's like, just think, I mean, I'm just saying, yo, don't lose your faith, man. This type of thing could very much make you give up on life, make you want to say, you know, fuck life, I don't need to be here. It's probably better up there than it is down here. And we all get it, man, but you know, I do believe this is a certain task that God has put me on, and it is so weird, it is so crazy, bro. I really never, who would think in elementary I'd see the penitentiary in this form, in life form, in fucking Truman Show form. Who thought that I'd see some shit like this, man? I never thought this. This shit is wild as fuck to me. But, you know, I've had time to reflect, and I had time to digest all of this. And yes, it took me through a flow of feelings, all type of things. But once we come back to grasp ourselves, we kind of have more understanding from all the situations that we go through. So, just letting y'all know this is what it was, this is what happened, this is what I have to deal with. You know, I've never said I was perfect. I've always said I was imperfect. And God has definitely gave me a vessel that is very imperfect. He's put me in a vessel that's very imperfect. And I have to deal with the imperfections of the flaws that I have. And unfortunately, and fortunately at the same time, it takes me through these roller coasters that teaches me something and has me grab on to something that holds stronger in life. You know? So yeah, I just wanted to shoot this to y'all. I just want to let y'all know where your boy at, what your boy standing on, what it look like right now. You know, I'm steady keeping my mind on pressing forward. And so I'm gonna go and end this here, but I just wanted to let y'all in, man. You feel me? And with that being said, just know you can always get through whatever you want to get through.